Hey everybody, we're back. The largest television audience in history watched my next guest walk on the moon with Neil Armstrong in 1969. We are very grateful to have him with us tonight. Please welcome an American hero, Mr. Buzz Aldrin. You went in for a kiss there for a second, didn't you?
I had you worried, huh?
I thought a little too much time in the capsule, Buzz. How are you? Thank you very much for being here.
It's kind of lonely in there, you know.
I don't want to know about that.
Only two of us up there, you know. Not a threesome. We left him up in orbit.
You got a whole routine. Yeah, the ladies are here. What the hell was that?
Is this your hair? That cute.
Buzz, calm
She's
down.
sexy, I'm funny. Go ahead.
What is Andy though?
And you're an American hero, yeah. First of all, I don't want to be presumptuous
Buzz.
here. I can call you Buzz, okay?
That's a legal name. Passport,
Okay.
driver's license.
And I am Uncle Coney tonight.
Uncle Coney.
Let's talk about this, because this is fascinating. I remember very clearly, I think anybody who was alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No,
which
you
was
didn't. No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. So you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memories.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, but what we saw was we all were gathered around the old curved top radio and listened.
Talking about you know, how many feet we were going to the left and right, and then I said contact light, engine stop.
It was
and a few
exciting.
other things, and then Neil said, Houston, Tranquility Base, the Eagle has landed. Man, how about that?
That was very exciting.
Not a bad line.
Yeah, yeah. This was. So, were you self-conscious about all the? I mean, the entire Earth, you know, is watching and listening to everything that you guys do. Were you self-conscious at all about what am I going to say? What if I say something that's kind of stupid? It's in the history books forever, like I want a cookie, or you know.
You got it. You got it.
You're worried then.
We were focused. You know, I was afraid that Neil might say, hey, you better go out first and, you know, think up a couple of lines to say when you step on the moon.
Right, right. So that's a huge responsibility.
You
now,
bet, right.
You were not the first man to walk on the moon, but you've actually talked about this. You were the first man to relieve himself on the moon. Is that true?
That is correct.
That is correct.
Well, no.
This is... You want to get to the...
But not on the moon. You know, you don't want to...
Yeah, you didn't unzip. Yeah,
you
right.
do not want to unzip.
Right,
no,
right. That would be stupid.
But we got a little device that... you know,
I don't want to know about the device. You know, actually, in the footage, you're the one that's bunny hopping. You know what I mean? Why were you doing that? Because you look at the footage, and you were the astronaut that started jumping up and down on the moon and doing some kind of a bunny hop. Which...
Not bunny hop, kangaroo hop. You know, 2 feet at a time.
I always mess up these technical terms.
You got to keep those people in the southern hemisphere happy. Those, you know.
What was the point of that?
Under.
Was that a scientific experiment,
yes,
or were you getting too much gas in the helmet?
I thought it was a good idea. I thought it was a good idea in front of the TV to bounce around and to demonstrate how easy a guy could move around, or a gal could move around on the moon. And I know I really expected when I got back, people were going to say, well, no, we watched your left foot go down, and then you did this. Nobody said anything. It was about 10 years later, a Japanese guy came, I saw you on the moon. I had my stopwatch, and you were doing just what I predicted.
Who was that guy, by the way?
I don't know.
I thought,
but he renewed my faith.
Yeah, he just followed you around. Now, what did you eat up there? I mean, you always hear about. We were told that you guys had Tang. I think you didn't have Tang.
We didn't call it that. We had an orange drink, but you know, some of the guys didn't like the orange drink, so we cut it with grapefruit juice, and we call it orange grape.
Because as kids, we were told the astronauts drank Tang. You must also have Tang, and now I find out that that's a bunch of baloney. You know.
No, we had whatever went into Tang went into the orange drink. So, but you know, NASA gets a little sensitive about commercializing things, Coca-Cola and that sort of.
They don't like that kind of thing. What did you actually eat? What kind of food were you having up there?
Well, it wasn't gourmet. You don't want to have crummy things, because the crumbs go all over the place. No, dried peas.
Right, you wouldn't
dried peas would not work. Caviar
or like a pound cake, a dry pound cake. You wouldn't eat that because the crumbs are everywhere. This is the pound cake. You know, and suddenly the you're in trouble.
But caviar would have been good, but it's a little expensive, and we
Right.
were getting a little over budget, so we had to have hot dogs, I think it was.
You didn't have hot dogs.
Yeah, little hot
This is a
dogs.
big scientific mission. They
But-
shoved hot dogs into the capsule just before you went. Oh yeah, and have these.
Well,
Whack.
no, it was new. It was innovative because up to that time we'd had what they call freeze dried. It's all in a plastic pouch, and it's all evacuated. You know, you take all the stuff out,
Right.
all the water out of it,
Right.
and on one end it's got a little valve, and you pump the water in through a water gun.
Right.
And if it's freeze-dried coffee, powdered
Right.
coffee, then you can put hot water in. That was luxury. The command module in Apollo had hot water in it.
Well,
You could get
now
coffee.
we actually we're not going to get into it, but the foods they have today are like freeze-dried pizzas, beef stroganoff. They have actual, add water and you get like a 9-layer cake. These
Yeah,
guys are.
no, it's,
they
it's
have some
almost
serious
like a
food.
TV dinner, and sometimes the TV puts you on the TV while
Now,
you're eating dinner.
how did you?
I bet you thought I wore this just for you.
What? Because of the
Look at
late
all
night
these-
scene.
Look at all these stars and moons and all that.
It'd be
around.
nice if you wore a
But I
tie that was a
didn't.
tribute to me.
No, this is my tie.
No,
I
no.
bet you thought that's.
That's nice. You got a lot of stars and moons all over you. You're like the Lucky Charm guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's this like. That's very cool. They're everywhere. And we.
What do you got?
What's this right here? I don't know. They throw this stuff on us before we. It's a clip-on. I have to mention before we go that you've written a book. This is a novel.
That's right.
And
It's a-
it's called The Return, right here, which people should check
Techno-thriller.
out. It's a techno-thriller.
Thriller.
And it's
Yep.
based on some of your experiences?
No, it's based on what I think should happen.
What should
and
happen?
We need to start flying private citizens in space. And this talks about flying a journalist, and then a game show winner, pyramid to space, and then a coup de grace is a well-known celebrity. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, no. Well known.
No,
Sorry.
he's a basketball player, tall, retired, worked for a
Right.
shoe company. Michael
Jordan?
Michael James.
Yeah. We'll call, yeah. He's going to sue you so fast. Yeah. Michael Gordon. Well, the book, The Return, is available now. Buzz, it's really cool. I've always wanted to meet you. It's really great to have you on the program. Thank you for doing it.
Hey,
Yeah,
nice to be
thank you
here.
for being here. Buzz Aldrin, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Stick around. That was neat. Thanks for All right, everybody. That is our show for the night. Do want to thank all my guests. Buzz Aldrin, very cool having you on the program.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
book is called The Return. Check it out. Amy Brenneman, thank you very much for being here. Nice to have you. I want to thank the very sexy and funny Caroline Ray for being on the show. Of course, Mr. Andy Richter, Max Weinberg and the Max Weinberg 7. Stay tuned for later, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.